So I'm starting to think that self-storage facilities are probably one of the best investments, property investments out there. I've been doing some research on them. I don't have self-storage. If I see something where I get a good enough transaction, then maybe I'll speak to some of my partners and see if it's something they would want to look at. But here's what I've been finding out, right? A lot of them don't come on sale, and I was wondering why. So I went to one that was on sale, and I was speaking to the owner. And number one, I've been seeing that a lot of these people, they sell the properties only when they are getting to a certain age. And a lot of them have had these properties 20 years, 30 years, and they don't sell them, right? And I asked this owner, why are you selling? And he said, well, I'm in my 70s, it's time for me to retire, and I want to get out of I just want to liquidate my position. And I asked him, so can you tell me about the business? He says, well, it's one of the most boring businesses in property, or in any sort of business for that matter, because you have such little maintenance. I mean, it's basically a garage door. There are no light fixtures in the simpler ones. I'm not talking like about the upper end ones. And he says, no maintenance, no kitchens, no toilets to unplug. You basically just run this thing. And the next thing he told me was, if a tenant doesn't pay, he says, we don't lose money in this business. Because if a tenant doesn't pay, unlike a residential, we just lock your unit, we take off your lock, we lock your unit, and we auction off the contents of that unit after obviously giving the person sufficient notice. And if they don't rectify the situation, that you basically just sell off the contents to recover your costs. So he says, we don't lose money on this. And I just thought to myself, man, coming from residential, where it's so difficult to evict residential tenants, this sounds like one of the best property investments you could own. Now, I'm not saying it is the best, but so far what my research has been showing, if the only reason a lot of these people are selling is because, they have become older and they just want to liquidate their position, I think that's a very good sign of why they haven't sold these things. And if you go and just search storage facilities for sale, you don't find them on sale. There are just so few of them on sale. So definitely something I'm going to be doing more research on, and I will be posting more videos about them in the future, whatever I'm finding out. So keep an eye out.